Hello everyone, it's Relaxing Sounds 92 here, and today I have a few items for you again, so let's get started. So this is item number 1. It's a paper bag. I don't know that I quite recently had a paper bag in a video, but that was a really different kind of paper. That was like thick, luxurious paper, almost plastic-like, and this is real nice brown recycle. If you follow me on Facebook, then you may have read a status of mine a few weeks ago about a sound that I was making in a group that I couldn't record, and how sad I was about that. Was this one. I've only played this board game once, and it has cardboard symbols that I had to pop out quick before, so I don't ever do that again. So remember the next time I buy a board game to check if I really need some sounds in the shop. Hello everyone, it's Relaxing Sounds 92 here. For now, I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. I've had trouble finding the right time and place to start filming, and you'll probably hear stuff throughout the video anyway. I mean, I live under a cafe, and there's just going to be noise. I can't help it. Also, I'm doing this at night in the kitchen where there is no light at all except for artificial light, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to film again in daylight only. But I'm just going to try this out. So I hope I can relax you with this anyway. I don't know if you can hear it, but my rats are running in the wheel right now because they speak, and that thing is sort of put stuff in it. It's running around with it, and it's crazy long noise. I'll just show it running around it. relaxing sounds 92. And today I have a nice dance video for you. One of my favorite drawers is some kind of little cabinet in my room. And I realized not too long ago that these would probably make really great sounds. Today I'm going to work with energy, and I will be speaking some English, and here I will brush my hair a little bit in the style. Let's get started. This is a small bead. En is het door deze borstel, een bracelet. I don't remember that. Een borstel die ik een tijdje terug in een video laat zien. Ik had een paar keer heel snel ik had even gewerkt en ermee gepost. Hello everyone. It sounds like cool. Today I have a video for you in which I'm going to make some sounds. Mostly, but also do talking a bit. So with the kids in the room, and birds, throw my local komt een beetje door de combinatie van kou, en combinatie van de binnen. Most of the time they are used as bracelets, but you can also make lots of other stuff, like little tiny animals that you can use as a keychain or something. And it's a fun hobby. I don't have many to show yet because I haven't done it that much, and I'm kind of I'm bad at it, really. I could show you this is the easiest thing you could make. Well, I don't mind this, it's really but I think I'm going to take it apart because it's a bit flimsy, and I could use the colours for cuter stuff. But this is like the most basic thing you can make with it. And then through a tutorial I made this one with a fork, and it looks a little bit messy, but it was my first try, and I think I'm gonna take it apart again because I find the colours yeah, I don't know, it's not colourful enough, so I'm gonna try this one again later, I guess. This is what I've made so far, and now I'm gonna make some sounds. So I used to have a favorite one, and inside it's this one that's fire. I have all kinds of stuff, just like this one, pink, lots of nose, you can see, and this is one of the tools that you use. I don't really remember what I used to do with these. Just like on this side, there are the main barrels, pretty ones, nice colors. I have a few beads in here because you can put them in the bracelets if you want to. Sorry, like that. Apparently I keep tapping there. And look at that, sorry, just so preparation. Also got this one's not beat haar, maar ik had het gratis.
toch denk ik dat het een goedkoop vind. Maar ik merk wel dat er geen bolletjes op de plastic pinnetjes zitten. Dat er een knoop gewoon nog niet eruit gaat. Dan maak ik hem niet meer kapot. Dan kan je gewoon van de pin afglijden in plaats van dat je vastmaakt op het bolletje. En dat opzicht snap ik wel waarom deze borstel wat zachter is.
Which is
Vond ik wel een andere borstel.
looks like it has eyes looking at you.
Dat vind ik nou echt wel prettiger werken doen inderdaad.
The purple.
Ik heb ook een heel klein plakborsteltje. Dat ik hem
Soms these were just
bij dit pinnetje zit ook een bolletje op de pinnetjes.
used to come or something. Just because it has nice buttons, and you can give these out, so you can make the cut down hands bigger, which is very handy. This is exactly what I was looking for, and apparently it was in the flyer this week, so it was sale. So that came out pretty well.
Deze is super paars. Ik vind wel dat ik het wel kan hebben. Maar ik kan het niet boodschap misschien doen.
Sorry, because I'm going to be putting them in there now. And these are actually from leftovers. Can you imagine? So making these from leftovers.
Leven, draag ik niet lekker op het
This little bag contains the clips
tussendoortjes
which you use to stick the ends of the bracelets together. So in every bag there's 2 of these, so those are also going to get a little compartment here.
Ik vind die video's zo mooi. Ik ben ook een beetje benaderd van die video's dat een lipstick kleur aankomen staan.
And in every bag there's one of these little hooks. Yeah, they bend fairly easily. They're not very sturdy, so I have a better one for that.
Lipstick is van Essence. En hij komt uit de Christmas collection. Dus dat ga ik even doen.
Well, this one fits quite nicely, but I've used quite a few of these in that bracelet I showed in the beginning, so I wonder how many will fit when I use a full bag. And get this one. Oh, I see. This is a different kind of bag. So I have to open this one on the top, and maybe I'll cut something out if this is really loud.
Maar ik wilde goed wel aanspreken. Dus ik denk ik op 1 of 2 december gewoon een testseries van de needles. En daar heb ik deze lipstick gekocht. En dan nog een ander kleurtje. En ik ben er wel blij mee. Want de video's zijn ze echt mooi. Dus voor mij is het echt wel leuk en zo. Much better. Het is een magnetiek op wel erg mooi. Maar volgens mij is het een beetje stoffig uit om te drukken. Het is een donkerbruin. Maar hij lijkt bijna een soort blauwwit. En dat vind ik leuk helemaal. En zwart is veel harder dan donkerbruin. Ik vind het echt een prachtige kleur. Maar het komt op net wat donkerder uit dan in het flesje. Dat vind ik toch.
fits perfectly. That's real nice. And I have something else to do. It's I think some people can remember just video. It's the linking de leeuwenkoning. Ik was gisteren naar de sauna geweest met een vriendin. Het was een sauna op 12 verdiepingen hoog. Dus het uitzicht was echt prachtig. Het was heel erg leuk. En we zijn meerdere malen in het zwembad geweest. En we part of the packaging daarin. Weet je, dat is toch verloren. Daar wordt je haar echt niet blij van. Dus ik denk, lekker heel erg veel conditioner erin aan het eind van de dag. Ik hou echt ontzettend van de sauna. Ik kan er echt niet bij dat is anders open. The underside. Zo naar als je erin stapt. Maar daarna voelt het wel eigenlijk heel erg lekker. Als je eruit komt. So, this looks really neat. Die hoe probeer ik altijd druk heb. In het weekend is het heel druk in de sauna zelf. Er zijn nu een paar momentjes op het uitkomt. Maar laatst vroeg mijn vriendin mij waar ik nu woon van. Hey, vind jij fijn naar de sauna? Dus ik naar de sauna doen. Wow, this is some serious nostalgia. De volgende keer dat we er naartoe gaan, willen we eigenlijk wel een keer een soort extra behandeling waar je van beide dagen een soort van modderpakking. En dat het is nog heel erg alleen maar de handteken. Dat is gewoon I know that in the beginning there are two kinds of creams. So I'm going to leave these two open and smeren. Dat is de kind of this one. En voor de lotion is mijn kastje.
belangrijk dat ik het goed bijhoud. En dan vind ik het nou heel goed. En dat voelt me niet echt. Hier komen de onaantrekkelijk van. Ik vind het gewoon zo. Deze niet zo. Maar het kan zijn als het niet heel erg ruw voelt. Als je dus ook meer kan zijn. Van mijn armen is het tegenwoordig best oké. Hij is natuurlijk ook lekker gescrubt met chips.
This is far from leaving. I feel like a makeover. Start with accessories. So, haven't been used, but let's see how this one fits. Smells fruity. Which makes sense. Candies in the front. Really nice ones. All clemency. It's good.
Ik zeg maar dat ik niet zomaar naar straat ga rennen.
Snapper. It's wonderful for my skin. I have very dry skin.
Ja, als je het oprettig kunt dan maakt het
No,
niet
this
zo.
is for
Denk ik eerder dat
skin.
dat
It's really
onzekerheid op je echt. Maar niemand let op je echt. Iedereen is alleen maar bezig met zijn eigen ontspanning. Daar geontspannen. Ik ben lekker aan het kletsen. Ik ben al aardig bezig. En ik had aan het begin van de video al beloofd dat ik ook nog eventjes in stilte zal rusten. Dus ik denk dat ik dan maar even ophouden over dit. Super that you can because it goes so smoothly, there's not really a sound. The shop is very bright, a bit expensive for me, but this was a really good sale product. If you like this sound, I could do this more. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about something that is requested, suggested, explain how Magic the Gathering works. It's a game. Before I start,
this little bag came with
notes. First of all, out of experience from reactions of people, I'm apparently not very good at explaining, and this is very difficult. Not difficult for many ways, and I'm sorry if you don't understand it or if I mess things up. It's just I'm not the best person to do this probably. Second, maybe you can tell a little bit by my voice. I'm having a cold right now. I hope you don't find my voice as nice. I find my voice nice. Maybe it's different. I'll probably be taking 2 weeks to drink some water and cough or sneeze or whatever. So and maybe more cards. So this is which I'm talking
way too long.
I really wanted to make this video now,
Box is also
so I'll just have to do it, or I'm not going to do it.
so
You can probably see by the lighting that I made this here. There's a basic handbook, and I would have so to guide me a little bit, maybe I'll read some parts as well. Just to give you an idea, there's also an elaborate handbook, and that's 200 pages long. So when I found that one, I was a little scared, but then I found the basic handbook, and it's only 30 pages. So
oops.
So I guess I'll get started, because there are so many things I don't really know to begin. So I guess I'll just start ways.
This binder is
Magic the Gathering is a strategic card game, and you build your own deck, so you can buy cards, and you can build your own deck. Deck consists of at least 60 cards. And if you know Hearthstone, it's a little bit like that's kind of the same concept, then bigger and with real cards, which also makes it a bit of an expensive hobby, so I'll warn you before you start doing it.
If you do, on the other hand, then it's not like I guess you'll like this very much. Today I have a video. I was inspired. Let's get started. I was inspired by a video from ASMR first one. They didn't fix my teeth ago and had videos, I guess. It's called ASMR first out, and I'm going to open it for you guys. So, first item, and something that I have to buy new soon. It ends in like 3-4 weeks, I think. Because it's like a study here, yes, but it's taken 12 cards in mine.
Okay, so I guess you can say you can kind of divide cards in two. You have mana and
put this pen in
all the other cards, and you need to put down mana so you can play the other cards. There are 5 colors of mana, and there's also colorless. Maybe we'll get to that later. Maybe we'll skip it today.
I guess
I have all the colors here. I think it's you can put multiple colors in one deck, because sometimes the best cards are multicolored, but if you don't have the color on board, kind of, then you can't play them. So that can be quite frustrating. The first deck that I ever built was 3 colors, and I've had multiple times that I couldn't play the cards I wanted to because I did not have the right colors of mana. So that's really annoying. But first, a little bit more about the colors. This is what I'm going to read from the handbook, I think, because each color has its own characteristics, basically. So let's start with white. White plains. I'll just read it. White is the color of law, order, and structure. The sprawling plains, populated by soldiers, clerics, and angels, provide white mana. You send coordinated armies of smaller creatures into battle to teach the enemy a lesson.
She's a small cat.
These are very self-righteous.
Happy, and she purred really loud. We call her.
Then you have
Knorretje.
green.
Kind of translates to piglet, but
And my
that's not
first deck was green, red, blue.
It's really loud.
I really like green
When I was
because
little,
green has many
I would go
very
downstairs on the
strong
weekend
creatures.
When my parents were still
Just
back,
gives me
come down and she would want
I
food.
guess, even though
My
you
parents
sent them into
always
bed
said
to
that,
die.
so she would like be really
Green.
sweet and
Here,
wanting hugs and
green
multicolored
magic
ones. She
is
would
about
pump her
growth,
head into my
life,
face
and
and
root
stuff.
force.
It was so cute.
The forests overflow with green mana, which represents the pulse of
Sadly, she
nature.
passed away a few years ago.
You empower your creatures with the predatory might of nature and dominate through sheer size. So I guess you can see
was quite
this
neat.
would appeal to me
She
as a
was the mother
biologist.
of my ship. He didn't get along very well. Like, she was really bothered that her baby never left home. Makes more sense. She was... she favoured my dad very much. She used to go and lie in his arms like a little baby and put her paws in his face and his kind of... It's also that's just she was a complete duck. Really broke my heart. Still related so much. I can't wait. I brought one from the suspension in French when I filmed this. The letters about the news, but can expand. Can you read it? There's going to be no one released soon. I filmed
It's
the teeth, yeah.
Recently played Magic with what seemed like a long-term friend because of kind of inside jokes. And his friend played the black deck.
I used to keep them in here, but
The host really hates volleyball his heart.
the only things that I do
And
know
after the
now is
episode,
friggin'
really
really
nice. I can put a link in the description. You get a good idea if you can watch it yourself. So, press play. Blue magic relies on trickery and manipulation. Islands provide blue mana, the color of the deep sea and the endless sky.
My second
You work behind the scenes, controlling your environment completely before making a move.
and I really like this picture.
Really,
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
if you can
annoying
see, but she was
spells
washing herself.
with blue, for instance. Creatures with really annoying abilities. So if you control the blue deck, it's extremely fun. If you have to play against it, it's really annoying. Then we have red. I'll read it again. Red magic erupts with fire, frenzy, and storms of rock and lava. Red mana comes from mountains and volcanoes. You act quickly and recklessly, channeling your wild emotions to summon mighty dragons or crush the ground your enemies walk on. So, red is sometimes a good color to start with, I guess, because there are many very straightforward spells, just strong damage dealing stuff, which can be really nice. And then let's see. Black magic is about death, disease, and power at any cost. These are all black mana comes from dark swamps,
And some multicolored
where things fester and rot. You are as selfish and twisted as the undead creatures and unspeakable horrors you command.
which you don't really have use for many
So yeah, of course you always have the dark stuff there as well. And one thing I can say about magic, maybe I'll have examples of this later. The art on the cards is always really, really great. And when it comes to black cards, it's sometimes really, really horrible and quite graphic. So I think that's why this is rated PG-13 or something.
How close it really is. Sleeves. And this maybe a bit small for you. This is a small dog. Took a photo of in the Veluwe. It's like, yeah, it's nature for Netherlands, in the Netherlands you don't really have real nature anymore because it's so full with people. But yeah. This is good. It's a bone. This came with the shop. You can put it where I got this in a glossy box. And this, it's a box full of tasty stuff that contains 5 products. This is good for 15 euros per month, and then you get
you have the mana cost, so you need to have one green mana of forest and one mana of another color, so it can be green but it can also be any other color.
Really cute
So that is what you need to pay in the form of tapping them to put this card down.
It smells real good.
It says here that it's a creature, and there are a few other types as well. I will discuss them after showing you this card. So this is a creature, and it's an elf creature, in this case an elf druid. The fact that it's elf is important for this stat.
This is
so
let's
book
that I bought
here it's power and toughness. So when I attack with this, it deals 2 damage, and it only has 1 health point.
Got red sleeves.
And then there may be
Black is prettier.
activatables or something. Some cards can do stuff. And in this case, I can use this creature the same way as I can use a mana. So that can be real handy.
They're very
I can tap this one, and then it'll act like a forest mana. And then many of them, because there's a story behind every card, basically.
like this.
Sometimes you have an italic story on the card, and this is just for fun, basically. And I rarely read it, but sometimes it's it can be kind of fun. Agent, perfect of this Alana, ordered hundreds of trees uprooted and rearranged into a pattern he deemed beautiful. Thus the guild of wood was born.
Again,
Okay, so that can just be extra information. So there are different kinds of cards, and the main ones are
I added up
the creature.
I have pretty creatures in my deck. Expensive important
Then there are 2 kinds of spells that you can leak.
Spend on food.
Counters, basically on the page. Basically on your turn.
Creature. What's it called?
One is sorcery, so this is a spell that can pretty much anything, and then there are enchantments, and you stick them to
and I write
creatures or artifacts. I don't think I'm going to talk about artifacts. I haven't really
cleaning, whatever. Return shampoo, that's like that's not food. And I add up, and then I also have the section clothing creature that up with minute or creature. You make my students learn as well. You do exactly this card. I don't want to keep track of how big my my deck is becoming choice. And I also write down so that's why I have many great on my savings section at the end of the month, so I can keep track of how much that's growing. Main color of my deck is green. Red and red in my book. That color red has some really strong creatures. For every notebook I have their own pen because I like to keep things orderly in the sense that it's the same color pen in the whole book. If I have to change pen color throughout it,
and you can also enchant creatures.
You're
probably not going to enchant your own creatures, so there's really strong creatures from your opponent. You can take them, and I
hate it so much when I get to that.
And then you have instants, so those you can play tools of course, but you can play them basically anytime. And
use that for this one.
this the one I got here is Flight of the Masks. Target creature gets +1/+1. +1 until end of turn for each creature you control. So if you have a big army on the table, this is a good card. And you basically only get a great army on the table if there are many cheap creatures, and this is a deck with lots of cheap creatures. Oh, maybe I skipped one thing on the card, I think. Here, you can see a small symbol, and that symbol says from which set it is, because I think they release 2 or 3 things every year, so it goes pretty fast, maybe more. I'm not always very up to date on this stuff, but this is the latest. I think it came out 2 weeks ago. I don't know when you'll see this, so it's probably longer to listen.
We're with friends, we're not saying that.
And I got this from a intro book.
Not for that anymore or anything.
This is what an intro pack looks like. And when you start with Magic, then this is probably the best way to start, because this includes basically played the deck already. And
I also make lists for
there are also
stuff that I want to do.
like it says here, 2 boosters inside.
I had a list of
And the booster is what makes some of this stuff so addictive, because the booster contains 15 cards,
I have a long list
more
of
or less
things that
random.
people would like to
And
see that I do.
I skipped another thing,
Some of the things that I myself
really
and then I
great.
look at that and think of
Because
what kind of combination would be
this
nice.
symbol,
And every once in a while I just write
when
down a
it's
few
black,
things
so that's a common
when I'm in
card.
the mood to
When
make
it's
a video.
silver, it's
I can just
uncommon.
pick one and look, that
When
sounds
it's
nice.
gold,
You can do
it's
that.
rare, and when it's kind of an orange color,
Use
maybe
maybe
red
can see
orange, is
these
a mythic.
already colored, and then here are 3 more videos that have not been colored. Nice. I'm looking right now. Notitieboekjes en agenda. So that's what this is.
Just turn to the side,
You will see. Because the 2 videos are no videos to me. I'm not going to the 20 in this case, and then you have 19 spoiled surprise. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, mostly just the lists consist of things I'm going to do in the house, mostly laundry, adjacent stores that I want to go to. I have here a page that is not pink because it was an idea of some more large scale things that I want to do clean in and around the house.
Intro pack that I showed you is still closed. It's for Friend of Friends.
Sounds much lower.
And this was mine, I opened it.
And now I'm here. And I haven't really written down
So
anything.
in front here you have
Lately I
deck
have
that
some
was already finished, including mana and everything.
things. So
A deck that's basically just playable.
It's the only thing that bothers me a little bit is that
This small
page. A page consists of multiple parts. You have like this short thing with a few like
there are some things
buttons
on here that I also didn't
in front. I don't even know if you can
about, like
see it.
planeswalkers,
Here.
because I think
Then you
they're
have
very
just
weird.
list, and then in the bottom you have like an open box.
And I think I'll read this. Because this is how turn goes, because I haven't talked about that at all. player needs a deck of magic cards and a way to trick life totals. You start with 20 life, and I usually use D20 for that, but this is a special one because this actually the numbers are mine. And if you want to really use this as a dice, then they should be on opposite sides and stuff, so it's not the one that you can use for playing Dungeons and Dragons or anything. So this is a life counter. Shuffle your deck, then draw a hand of 7 cards. The player who takes the first turn won't draw a card that turn. Because, well, you're starting, so you're always one step ahead, you know?
I guess, but geez.
And there's the active.
That's gameplay.
This just happens when you put it into the battlefield. When Sylvan Messenger enters the battlefield, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. So you just draw them and lay them in the open.
Sounds
But
a bit
all
like
elf cards revealed this way into your hand,
real nice.
which is really nice, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order.
I don't remember how.
So I've used it a couple of times now.
Yes, we'll see.
I've almost got 2 or 3 elf creatures in my hand this way, because if you have
Always
a
good.
deck full of elf creatures,
Doing
that really works well, right? So this is one example of how you can make a deck with good synergy. That's always what you're looking for, though. Cards that work together like this. It's not always as with creatures. It can also work differently. My boyfriend right now has an artifact deck,
open, but I
so
think they're cleaning now because I
works a
can
little
hear
bit the
them
same. All
walking
the
around.
artifacts
Really
interact with each
open
other, and he has
cards.
creatures that can
Or that
do
it's
extra stuff if there are artifacts.
minimal and
Yes, for example,
not annoying in any way.
creature that has flying as long as he has an artifact on the
Maybe
table.
it's even the neighbors with their
He
kids
summons a
running
lot
around the house.
artifact
Sometimes they come just
flying
doing
tokens, which is really annoying. And
Kind
I
of
have
sounds
two
upstairs with the neighbors.
other decks,
Just that.
but
In the morning.
I don't think I'll be able to explain them now.
Child's
because
I can logically assume that it's the neighbors.
actually my throat is getting pretty sore. I'm coughing constantly, so I've already had to. It's going to be cut so many times this video, but
I don't know where it's going.
maybe I can do this another time. I mean, I haven't really gotten through how it really works yet, but well, it's going to be impossible for me anyway to play it on camera or anything, so I thought I would have done more tapping or stuff during the video, but I've mostly talked. It's just a bit too bad because I thought my nails were pretty. Well, anyway, I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know if you want more about the magic. I mean, I can probably make a whole another video about my other 2 decks and a few other rules. Yeah, hopefully I will be doing better next time I film something. And I'll see you guys soon.